Hey, what's up, everybody? So today I want to kind of share my thoughts on this week's books, and yeah, it's overall it was a solid week. Some really highs, nothing really too, there wasn't really any bad books out of the pile. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive in to this week's comics. All right, Paper Girls number 9. I'm going to start out with the indies. Basically, this was a very good issue. The past couple issues have been solid, but this one kind of brings everything together. And I think this might be the second to the last issue of the whole story arc. It kind of felt like it to me. Basically, we have everyone together. Finally, um, I think we're still missing KJ. I think I'm not too sure. I think we only have 3 of the 4 um, available actually together. So it's kind of it's kind of weird to actually see all the errands together as well. Um, but there's a lot of pieces here that are still in play, especially the hockey stick with that little message. And then you get, something in the sky is starting to come up. Um, and basically, there's going to be a big decision coming up in the next issue. And I'm kind of intrigued to see what they choose with this. So things are getting good. Usually that kind of happens with Brian K. Vaughan books. Towards the end of the arc, we kind of get that payoff, and I think we're really going to be in for a surprise for issue 10. So Paper Girls, can't wait for the next issue. All right, Sheriff of Babylon number 10. Um, don't really know how much I can say without basically spoiling this story. Um, One of my favorite characters in this story is Sophia, and we really just see her kind of take charge finally. And Tom King really creates some awesome dialogue for her when she is finally facing up to the person that they've been looking for. The Americans have been looking for this certain person, and he's finally showed up. Everything is ready to go, and there's this kind of thing here that's just stopping them from doing what they need to do. We also get an overlay story of a kind of a flashback between I forgot the main character's name. I think it's Chris, and this kind of like this bigwig who kind of thinks he's the shit. So I mean, he kind of goes back and tells his last opportunity that he had to get this person, but he wasn't successful. And then that's a really nice tie-in to what's actually going on right now with the same person that they're trying to catch. And is it something different? Is it going to happen? Is this going to be the same outcome? So I'm really excited for the next 2 issues here. I think we have 2 more issues left before it's done. And I'm kind of liking how everything is starting to wrap up for this this first season of Sheriff of Babylon. So definitely worth checking out. I definitely will be reading, reading this again. I'm gonna before issue 12. I'm gonna try to see if I can get all the issues to go through all my boxes and try to get them, or I could just get the trades. But second trade hasn't come out yet. But it's definitely one of those books that I'm gonna have to read everything all at once to kind of get the fullness of this. It's kind of hard to this book is kind of hard to kind of remember what happened. You can remember like the last couple pages, but I feel like a lot of things I'm missing because of previous issues and stuff like that. But really, really, really good book by Tom King and Mitch Gerard. All right, Poe Dameron number 6. This was the end of the story arc, and everything kind of worked for Poe. and he got out of what he needed to do. He got the information, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it was pretty much the Poe show with the Black Squadron. No twists or turns. You could definitely see it a mile away after a certain thing that happened in this issue. Um, as for Agent Terex, again, he's probably going to be a major player within this book. I don't know. With Charles Soule, I kind of thought he would get to play with a little bit of the new universe after The Force Awakens, but I feel like editorial's kind of, limiting on what he can do with this story. We do get a brief appearance by Captain Plasma, but that's pretty much it. I mean, it was basically a hologram, Captain Plasma. He was talking with Agent Terex, but I guess he's going to be doing his own thing, and I don't know. I kind of fear that Poe Dameron and Agent Terex are going to meet again in the next issue, or in the next story arc. So I pretty much get this for the Phil Noto art, but I don't know. I kind of thought Charles Soule would be exploring more of this universe here. I don't know if Star Wars people, I mean, it has Poe Dameron on it, but will it really satisfy these fans of The Force Awakens, especially with the Star Wars universe? So yeah, if you guys are reading this, let me know how you guys are feeling about it. I'm very just kind of meh on it, but again, I'm still going to keep picking this up for Phil Noto. Alright, so we have reached the Rebirth portion of this reviews video, and we're going to start with Batman number 6. This is the epilogue to the I Am Gotham storyline, and this is pretty much a Gotham Girl centric issue. There were some really good moments in here. Batman and Gotham Girl had this really great moment at the end. But I'm not, I don't know, something, I mean, this was a solid issue, but I mean, to kind of get us ready for Monster Men, it really was just one page to kind of get us ready. And I'm not too sure, I mean, going into Monster Men, I'm not as excited as I could have been if this issue kind of got us to set up here. I like Gotham Girl as a character, and I do, feel for her struggle throughout this issue as she's kind of coping with losing her brother, and what Batman does is pretty, it's pretty awesome. It's a very an emotional moment between them. But I feel like, you're hyping up this crossover event, but you don't give it the time to kind of get us prepared. I mean, it was basically the last page of this story. So I mean, I'm still picking up Monster Men, but I feel like this could have been the issue that, is like the, from the other perspective. I mean, I don't know. I just, I'm investing into Nightwing and Detective, and, I kind of thought with this whole story arc being a prelude to Monster Men, I kind of want to get a little bit about them, getting us ready for them. But I mean, this was a good issue for what it was with Gotham Girl and Batman. But I kind of was hoping for something different. Alright, Nightwing number 4. I thought this was a really, really good end to this story arc. Definitely leaves a lot to be had in the next coming issues after Monster Men. I really enjoyed the kind of escape for Nightwing and Raptor, especially with a kind of almost a reveal in this issue about Raptor. We don't really know much about him until the final couple pages, which was really interesting, and I'm hoping they expand on that, and I'm kind of thinking that will be kind of the setup for the next arc after Monster Men. But I mean, this was great. The fight between one of the owls and Raptor and Nightwing um, is it was just a great read. I really enjoy the art in this. I'm like flipping through it right now, trying to find a really good page. Um, but just I just like the team up. I really like this team up here, and I really hope, and they're really pushing Raptor to be a major player in this book, and I'm really excited about that. Building a universe, building a cast of characters around Nightwing, other than your standard Damian, Batman, and other Bat characters. Um, so I'm excited to see what's on the horizon uh, for um, for Nightwing. I kind of wish this was kind of not part of Monster Man, because I really like the pace and I really like the story that's going on in this book. But yeah, I guess we'll wait and see. All right, Supergirl #1. This was awesome. They're 2 for 2 now. Steve Orlando and Brian Chang did a great job. I really, really like the Kara Danvers character, her personality. Basically, I love how this first issue kind of just, in one issue, kind of describes her internal struggle between, what she felt in Krypton and how she was so successful, and now she's in Earth and she's like barely trying to hold on. And they really did a great job of this in one issue. My thing with the New 52 that kind of bugs me is that this kept going on for 5 or 6 issues, and like little bits and pieces. She kind of gets there sometimes. She kind of finds her place, and then she's just taken out of it. But I feel like with this book, this is going to be something different. This is going to be a build up to her finding her place on Earth. I do like the side characters. We do get Cat Grant. We get more Cameron Chase. I do like her parents, basically the agents. Everyone's trying to make an effort, and this is really a great book. I'm really expecting a lot, and I really think they're delivering. It's just an emotional book. You can kind of feel for Kara as she's just going through just a school day, and yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited for more more Supergirl. I mean, this was definitely my most anticipated book this week, and it delivered in spades. So I really really like this. All right, so if Supergirl was fantastic and just a home run, this is basically the equivalent of, if you guys are into baseball, bases loaded and you hit a grand slam. And this was basically issue 6. Superman, definitely my pick of the week. Holy moly, what an issue. Basically, this was the final issue, the final fight, or ending the fight between uh, Superman and the Eradicator. And there was a lot of moments in here. Crypto coming back. I mean, it really hit all the beats of a Superman book and the hope of it. Basically Superman fighting for his family and basically fighting for his son, being the next generation of Kryptonians, and this Eradicator character just saying, you need to get rid of him. He is basically a weak link. In that whole dynamic there, it was just it weaved everything into this final fight, and it was awesome. Um, I mean, and you can't say. I mean, this art, the art as well, the connection between Gleason and Tomasi is just it's like it's just poetry in motion, man. It's insane. Um, some of these panels were just great. I mean, I'm flipping through this book and I'm in awe of this issue. Um, especially this part here. It's just you guys need to pick up Superman. It's it's just it's probably the best book Rebirth's putting out right now, and I know I'm saying that because I know I'm super biased because I'm a big Superman fan, but this is the book that you want. Um, I mean, all the Superman titles have been hitting all cylinders, in my opinion, for me. But this is kind of like, this is the book that if this comes in the trade, I can give this to somebody and just, hey, read this and enjoy. Because it's a different take on Superman. I mean, this is Superman as a father, and I think I mean, especially the last page too. It was just so fun. Like John, the father son dynamic just it hits all the right feels and stuff like that. So um, I'm rambling on this book. This book is my pick of the week again, and I cannot wait for more. Like I don't want any Superman crossovers. I want Superman just to stick with Superman. You can cross over Action Comics and something else, but leave this book alone. Like this book, I don't know. But I'm rambling on. This book was just amazing. All right, guys, those are my thoughts for this week's poll. Let me know in the comments down below about some of your thoughts on these books. Uh, Still excited for Rebirth. How you enjoyed some of these other books? Sheriff, Paper Girls. Definitely want to know your thoughts down below. So, yeah, so more videos coming soon. Definitely want to get back into the swing of things. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.